there is room for you still. You as a 40-something creator or more or less, because this can apply to you too. There's nobody that's doing it with your voice. And that's something that I had to tell myself. Congratulations for starting. Congratulations for continuing. Congratulations for restarting, whatever it is. If you are a 40-something creator like I am, I got a full-time job, and YouTube is just sort of a thing that I wanted to do once upon a time, and I got away from it, and now I am back. But as a 40-plus creator, like, I've got life and kids and all kinds of other stuff that I have to do, and you know, it gets really intimidating thinking about making things for YouTube. Like, you never end up having the time for it until you just do it. There are a lot of great creators on YouTube that are completely unknown to you. One day they just decided to go ahead and take the bull by the horns, as they say, and go after it. And that's really what we have to do. That's something that I had to tell myself, because although there is information and content and all that stuff out there, nobody's doing it like you. There's nobody that's doing it with your voice. And that's something that I had to tell myself. There's no one out there with this content and my voice. So there's no this content and me out there. It takes me to do that and you to do that. So you have to get on the ball and do it yourself. Nobody else is going to do it for you. And the really cool thing about it is that no matter how hard anybody else tries, no one else is you. Whatever age creator you are, it doesn't matter. Think about everybody that you follow. All of those people have a community. Whatever you make, you're gonna have a community, as long as you're sincere. Maybe you're not as good as so-and-so or however other many people you look up to. I know there are a lot of people that I look up to, and I know that I'm not as good as them. There are people who, you know, I know that I can create content that is more interesting, I would say, to me, but maybe less interesting to somebody else. Like, maybe I have too much of whatever kind of personality, and someone else needs something that's a little bit more conservative, a little bit more toned down. Just kind of like we say in business, not everyone is your client. Not everyone is my viewer. Not everyone is your viewer. So as long as you create things that are towards like what you're interested in, one of my favorite quotes is, your vibe attracts your tribe. Just do you. Just do you, and let whatever comes come. If something's not for you, then it's not for you. If something is for you, then it'll be for you. So just keep on going for it. Obviously, if something's really not working, then you might want to shift. I've noticed, especially on Instagram, if you are looking for something, it's really hard to find something by a small creator. You see things that are by creators that have really big followings. But I noticed on YouTube, when I'm looking up certain topics, certain subjects, I can see good content by people that don't have a lot of following. They're putting these smaller creators in front of a mass audience, but other places aren't really doing that. Facebook's not really doing that. Instagram is way not, and TikTok not so much either. It's kind of a mixed bag. That's a whole different thing right there. YouTube for me is starting to become my favorite social media, because everyone that you follow, think about this, everybody that you follow, you as a 40-something creator or more, or less, because this can apply to you too. So keeping in mind that there is a community surrounding all of these creators, right? And there are so many untapped creators that you've never seen, that you don't know, but they have just as much flair, just as much swag, just as much charisma as people that you do follow. So just keep that in mind. There is room for you still. Even now, even this year, there's room for you still. There's room for us still. So here's what I'm thinking. Right now on this channel, very small channel. The things that I create, there's a little bit of a visual standard because I am a photographer, videographer. There's a level of expectation that you have when you look at things that I make. But depending on whatever your niche is, if you say it wrong, you don't necessarily need this level of production. Like, do some stuff on your phone, but do it consistent and make sure that you're enthusiastic, because we don't want to listen to something boring. Make sure your audio doesn't suck, because you're not going to listen to that at all. I think sincerity and authenticity are the words that I'm looking for. I think those are the things. I think that people can really tell to an extent if you're fake. What happens is people disconnect. And so I think that the more you are, the more people will connect with you. I think it's pretty easy to see who I am and who my personality is. Like if you look at the shorts, if you look at my longer videos, which I'm calling longs now, someone else probably already said that. If you look at my stuff, you can pretty much get a pretty good idea of who I am. And I'm not trying to be anybody else. As long as you are not trying to be somebody else, I think that you will find your lane, and I think that we'll all find success. So I think, here's what I want. I started following some other people. There are some other channels that are about my size, and I'm just doing this little bit of a challenge. I want to say, let's grow together. Let's be showers and growers. Awkward? At any age, whether you're 20 something, 40 something, 50 something, is that we get to kind of color our own box and make it the way that we want it. So have fun doing what you're doing. I know I am. And so we'll just kind of see how this goes and grows together.